How's it going, guys? Welcome back to our franchise with the Chicago White Sox here on MLB The Show 16. Now, in the season opener, we are going against the Oakland Athletics, and I'm really excited to bring you guys this game. And I learned so much from this one. This is my very first game on MLB The Show. Full game. I did play some role to the show, but this is my very first game controlling everything. So there's going to be some things in this video that I do that aren't great. Like, I was just learning the controls and everything, but let's get right into it. Starting lineup, you see, pretty average stuff, something you can expect from the White Sox to do a couple days from now when they actually do play their season opener. And on the mound for them, they're going to have Sonny Gray. Now, I did not know how good Sonny Gray was until I actually played him. Like, I knew he was a solid pitcher, but in this game, you're going to see he did one heck of a job on the mound. And speaking of the mound, on our side of defense, we actually have Chris Sale. But let's see, first at bat of the season, Adam Eaton up to bat. 0-1 count. He's going to ground that right between the second baseman and the first baseman. A great way to start the season off. Adam Eaton has some solid amount of speed. I'm not going to test it here in this video, but he can definitely steal some bases if we needed him to. So right now we have Todd Frazier up to bat. 0-0 count, 2 outs. And let's see how it goes. Sonny winds up. He's going to pitch that pretty high in the strike zone, but I tried to chase it a little bit. And he's going to fly out to the catcher. Like I said, this is my very first game, so I did a lot of chasing pitches in this video, and it's something I really got to get used to. I got to know, what's a strike and what's not, man. I'm so happy when it comes to that play. I want to hit everything out of the park. But here we go. We got Chris Sale on the mound for us, my favorite pitcher in the MLB. 1-0 count right here to their shortstop Marcus, and it's a 0-2 count right now. Chris Sale getting ahead in the count, and look at this. We're going to mix it up just a little bit and strike him out. Chris Sale, his first strikeout of the season. And that's the way, man, we needed to go this entire game. So now they have Chris Davis up to bat. 2-2 count. I'm going to try to hit it exactly where our catcher wants us to go. And that was the perfect spot because he strikes out too. So Chris Sale starts off the season with 2 strikeouts in that very first inning. If he continues to deal like that, we should be in for a very good game. So now we're going to jump over to the third inning. Nothing happened on either side of the bat in those next 2 innings. But here we go. Chris Sale still on the mound for us. 1-1 count right here. And he's going to ground it right up the middle. And you can see right here, this is my very first game. I'm getting tips with everything that comes along. Even though some of the stuff I really know how to do, like, hitting the cutoff man, I don't really need a tip for that. I kind of understand how that works. But, yes, they get that singer right here. And look at my boy Jose. Jose Abreu tried to field that with his bare hand. And that's going to cost them. That's actually going to be credited as a base hit and not an error. So it's a guy on first and second with 2 outs, man. We got to get this out right here. Guy in scoring position. We definitely don't want to give up a run this early in the game. We see Chris Sale had that guy looking like a fool. So now it's another 0-2 count. And what does Chris Sale do best? Striking him out with that changeup. And that's the way to end the inning, man. Luckily, we left that duck right there on second base. Now, that's a good way to start, but what are we going to do on the offensive side of the ball, man? We definitely got to work on our offense. Like I said, a lot of chasing did go down, so it's not a lot of highlights in these first couple innings on my side of the ball. And look at Todd Frazier. That one eats him up, and that's also going to be credited as a base hit and not an error. The White Sox last year wasn't the best fielding team in the MLB. I'm sure if you watch some baseball, you know that. They were actually one of the worst, and it's actually starting off right here early in the season. We got to change that around. Those were 2 routine plays that can definitely turn into outs. I know the one with Todd Frazier kind of ate him up a little bit. There's nothing really he could do about it. But the first one with Jose Abreu, we definitely can prevent that. So after that, Chris Sale throws a wild pitch, and the guy advances to second base. So now they have a guy in scoring position with 2 outs. 1-2 count right here. Chris Sale is going to get him to ground out to the 37-year-old Jimmy Rollins, and that's to where we're going to end the inning. So even with the error, well, they're not officially errors, but even with the fielding woes, we were able to get out of that inning. And now Jimmy Rollins up to bat for the first time in the Chicago White Sox uniforms. Let's see how it goes. 0-1 count. Pitch comes right there, right up the middle, dropping right in front of the center fielder, and he's going to get his first base hit as a White Sox. Once upon a time, Jimmy Rollins was one fast dude, but now at 37, he's not so fast. But now it's 1 out, and look at that count. We're going to get the breaking bat single. Yes, he beats out the throw there. Sonny tried to get him there, but it wasn't enough. And now we have a guy on first and second with, I think there's 1 out at this point. So now definitely what we don't want to do is ground into a double play. We got Adam Eaton up to bat again, and he's been great for us so far. So let's see if he can continue to do what he does. Pitch comes, 0-0 count, and that's going to drop right in front of the center fielder. But Jimmy Rollins and his speed, I didn't want to test him, so I didn't have him round the bases. So it's bases loaded. 1 out. One thing we definitely don't want to do is ground into a double play. So the pitch comes from Sonny. And what do? Melky grounds right to the shortstop, and that's going to be an easy routine double play. So we had the opportunity to score right there, but it didn't really work out in our favor. But don't worry, we'll have plenty of times to do that. So top of the 8th inning right now, who else up to bat but our boy Adam Eden. And one right here, we're going to test his speed. I was like, the beginning of the inning, I want to see if he can lay this bunt down. He does exactly that, but the third baseman feels that all wrong, and he throws it out. And that's going to be a lead off. It's not considered a double because of the error, but he's going to be on second to start off this inning with no outs. So this is a great way to start off the 8th inning, especially at a 0-0 score. Somebody needs to score, man. Somebody needs to score, and we're trying to be the team to do that. So now we have Melky up to bat once again. So many hot zones right here. And I'm going to ground it right to the second baseman, but that is enough for Adam Eden to advance. And he tried to barehand that one, and he misplayed it, and Melky's on base 2. So with 0 outs, Sonny is going to get pulled, and they're going to bring in a reliever. Sonny pitched one heck of a game, man. 7 innings. He's pitched 7 really strong innings, gave up, I think, 9 hits or so. But now we have our boy Jose Abreu up to bat. 0-2 count. You see, I'm trying to just pop it up because a pop-up can have Adam Eden tag, and that's definitely what we didn't want to do. So now we have to make sure our next batter does not ground into a double play, man. Ducks on the pond, and look at that. We get it up. I think that's enough to tag. But look at me, my newbie self. I see how to tag up. I hit it it was like probably a 1/10 of a millisecond too late, and they were able to relay that, and Adam Eden gets caught. So we weren't able to turn that leadoff, I guess we can call it double, even though not officially, into some points. So it's the bottom of the 8th. You're probably wondering what Chris Sale was doing. He's still dealing out here, man. Another strikeout for the boy Chris Sale. I think he ended with like 8 on the day, and that's just ridiculous. Bottom of the 8th, his team still has not, produced a run for him. So he's still trying to get credited for this win. 92 pitches in, man. 92 pitches in. He's still there. 1-2 count. Another pitch comes and he strikes this guy out too. But he's getting tired, man. Eventually we're going to have to pull him. But hopefully in this 9th inning, we can do what we have to do and get some points on the board. But unfortunately we go 3 up, 3 down. So it's the bottom of the 9th. 0-2 count right here for Chris Sale. And he's going to strike out the next batter too. And now we're going to extras. Chris Sale just pitched a complete game, but it's not going to get credited for anything because after that 9th inning, he was pretty tired. So I did have to pull him. But we're going into extras. Going to the 10th inning. The guy that I put into the game is going to be Zach Duke. 32-year-old left-handed pitcher. I was like, I think he can do what he needs to do in these next couple innings, and hopefully we can get this W. So it's the bottom of the 11th. Now, he did a pretty good job in the 10th inning, I must say. He definitely did. But 11th inning comes around, and this is not the way we want to start off the 11th inning, man. A leadoff double. This is just terrible, especially when we're trying to get this win. 1 score right here and the game is over. So what we need to do, we have to strike this next batter out, and look at that. He singles up the middle. Luckily, the guy that was on second, speed is a 34. He did not test the hand of Adam Eden. I did a mistake and threw it to home instead of second base, and the guy turns it into a double. So it's a 2-1 count with no outs. It's not looking good for our White Sox right here. We need to strike out more than anything. And what does my man Zach Duke do? He strikes him out. I think that guy struck out 4 times on the day. So now they have Chris Davis up the bat. Manager tells me, Robin tells me to pitch out and intentionally walk this guy. And that's a great idea because with 1 out, if we can get the next batter after this guy to ground it to a double play, we get out of this inning and we luck out. So what Zach Duke needs to do right now is make sure this next guy grounds into a double play. So it's a 1-0 count right here, a ball a little low. That's what I was doing. I was trying to pitch him low because of the higher tendency of grounding the ball. Perfect right there. Another strike. Maybe we could strike this guy out. So it's a 1-2 count. Things are very intense here in Oakland, man. Very, very intense. And the ground ball comes. The second baseman can't get over in time, and that's going to be the game, folks. We lose in the very first game of the season, but it was one outing that every pitcher did their thing, man. It just so happens that Zach Duke made a couple errors in the 11th, and that's all it took, man. That one double kind of started it all, and they're going to walk away with their very first victory in the season. But you don't have to worry, man. We got plenty of games in the season left. The player of the game is going to be Sonny Gray. 7 innings, gave up 9 hits, 3 strikeouts, but no runs. That's the thing. He gave up no runs. If you enjoyed the video, as always, be sure to leave it a like. Let me know how often you want to see these type of videos. I'm out. Thanks so much for watching.